Welcome to the 27th of December. I'm just popping out to the pharmacy to get our medications, and I thought I'd just come on and have a quick chat. So yeah, it's a bit of a lull here at the minute because all the kids still haven't got their presents or anything. That happened on the 6th of January, which is called the Three Kings. So up until that point, everything's kind of normal here. Life's normal. Nothing really happens in between now and then. I was in Malaga yesterday, as you probably saw. That was like heaving, absolutely heaving. Everyone coming in to watch those lights. So I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we went when we did, because also it was a bit of a nightmare trying to get out of the city as well. So anyway, we did that. And now we've got New Year's Eve obviously in between, New Year's Day in between, and then the Three Kings is on the 6th of January when they all get their presents and everything. So it's still a long way to go here, Christmas. It's hanging on. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to the pharmacy, get our medications, and my wife's indoors doing the cleaning. I don't make her do the cleaning. She likes doing cleaning. Like, I like doing cooking. So basically, she does the cleaning, I do the cooking, and anything else we share in between. But so I'm going out. One, I think I was getting on the nerves a bit because I keep singing it. I've got like an earworm going on. You know that Where It Began, that Neil Diamond song. So as soon as I sing it, as soon as I start that, she says, stop it, because it's really getting on her nerves. So it's like that. I've got a song that'll get on your nerves, that kind of thing. So yeah, I've come out. I get out of her way for a bit, you know, let her get on with it, with all her sprays and cloths. We got more, honestly, you wouldn't believe it, under the sink. We've got more sprays and cloths than you could imagine. And I'm sure it's all to do with that bloody YouTuber who was going on about cleaning and how to clean your bath and all that stuff. Because we have got bottles and bottles of a spray for this, a spray for that, a spray for the other. Honest, unbelievable. I can't hardly shut the door. It's that busy under the sink. So I said to her the other day, come on, look, I can't even get a kitchen towel under here now. Do we need all these? So she said, I'll go through them and have a look. Well, she hasn't yet. But only time will tell. Maybe we can shift a few. Honest, there's so many things. Unbelievable. So yes, so I've come out, get out of her way, get out, and I can get in the car and sing my song. You know, I keep bursting into Sweet Caroline all the time. But I don't know whether if I sing it, if that's a copyright infringement. Because I tried to do a post yesterday when I did it, and then on YouTube they told me I've got a copyright infringement. But it was actually like a template that I used, and I did like a compilation of pictures, and I think it had Mariah Carey or somewhere they picked up on a bit of Mariah Carey, and basically told me I've got a copyright infringement. And that I had to chop the piece out of the video, so that's what I did. They identified it for me, and I said, yeah, cut it, and they cut it. But yeah, it's a bit crazy really. When you go to a shop or something, you try and do a bit of filming. If they've got anything playing in the background, all of a sudden it becomes a copyright infringement. Now, I've not been sanctioned for it or anything, because obviously mine are purely accidental. I've not done it on purpose. I've not even done it accidentally on purpose. So I just get notified that it might not be shown in certain territories, you know, and I don't know what that means, like half the world or whatever, because I'd imagine Mariah Carey or her recording company, publishing company or whatever have got their eye on every country in the world. So even if you were in, I don't know, the Isle of Wight, I know it's not a country, but it's small, isn't it? Even if you were there, you know, you probably get a copyright infringement. Anyway, so that was that. I'm popping out, as I say, to get the medication. So how does that work? Well, at the minute we're private, so I can just go in and buy more or less whatever I like, really. But next year, when I'm eligible, I can get the S1 form from the UK, which I then register with the Spanish authorities. I can then go under the Spanish health system, the public health system, the state system, and I can get my meds, etc. But of course, it's all paid for by the UK. So basically, because I then become a UK state pensioner, and that will be my entitlement in the UK, the same applies here. Because it's unfair that the Spanish have to pay for my healthcare, isn't it? You know, I've lived in England all my life, I've worked in England all my life, I've paid all my tax into England all my life, and then I moved to Spain and the Spanish have got to pay for my health. No, that's wrong. So basically, the English or the British give us a form, it's called the S1, and we fill that in, we register it with the Spanish authorities here, and then we get entitlement under the Spanish health system, but it is funded by the UK, and I guess there's a reciprocal agreement with any Spanish people living in England or Britain. Exactly the same would apply. So that's the agreement anyway. But until I reach state pension age, I know it's hard to believe, isn't it? But I can't believe actually I'm going to be that old. I really can't, honest. In here I'm kind of 27, you know, I'm still 27-ish. It's just outside I'm a lot older, but yeah, so once I get that, it'll be different. But at the minute we go in and we buy our meds, but you know, it's, I remember when I was in the UK and I had to have like my blood pressure tablets, for example. Now I don't need them, it's a precautionary measure, but I get a prescription from the doc, I'd go and get that cashed in at the pharmacy, and it would cost me, I don't know, 7-8 quid or something, I don't remember what it was now, an item, per item, and he'd only give me 2 months worth. He told me I'd be on them for the rest of my life, but he only gave me 2 months worth, and then it would cost me like 8 quid. Whereas here, I go and buy my meds and it's like $1.50 a packet or something like that. You know, it's ridiculous. So it's cheaper actually buying them straight over the counter under the private health system than it is going to the UK and getting them under the prescription thing. So I guess, in a way, that whole prescription thing is another tax, isn't it? I guess. Because if it's only costing the state £1 for a packet and they're charging you 8 quid, then I guess it's another tax, because where does that money go? I've no idea. I'm not into economics that much, but it just kind of doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, here I can go in, I can get maybe $1.50 a packet or something like that. Everyone still seems to be making a profit out of it, and I get it cheaper. So I'm not sure what happens when I get the S1, whether the price, well no, it doesn't go up, but it's kind of just incorporated within the normal prescription procedure. So yeah, that's where I'm going now, and I'll catch up with you later on. I'm driving down the road, obviously not across the field on it. I'm driving down the road, and on my left hand side there's a load of building that's been abandoned like years ago. So it looks like it was going to be houses, because all the foundations are in, all the columns are in, and floor 1 is in. But after that it's just been left and abandoned, and there's lots of reasons for that, and hopefully I'll cover that in a video at some point in the new year, once we get Christmas out of the way. I want to do that because I've got a drone as well now. So I want to go out and do a bit of drone footage. I enjoy that, it's quite good. And I'll take you over some of those places and show you, because it's such a shame. We're just left abandoned, but it could be for any reason. But as I say, I'll look into 1 or 2 specifics, and then I'll let you know. arrived in the village. I'm going to go and get these meds. I'll catch you later. Bye.